I've always been obsessed with the high scores. Like, pathologically obsessed. Back when we were kids, every arcade machine would let you put in 3 initials, 3 letters to immortalize your dominance for anyone who came after you. And every time I'd go with something powerful, something that commanded respect, something like ass or P, because nothing says fear me like seeing ass next to the hottest time on Cruisin' USA. You gamers know what I'm saying. But even as I got older, that same feeling stuck with me. That buzz of seeing your name on top. And now years later, I've traded in the neon lights of the arcade for something even more soul-crushing. Old School RuneScape. Because if there's one thing this game does better than any other, it's finding new ways to test your sanity. And today we have a prophecy to fulfill. Today, we're going straight to the top. So first off, I've had a lot of people ask me, why Chaos Fanatic? Why this one random wilderness boss that acts like Fun Uncle Dave when he drinks his funny juice?
Hey, come give me a kiss, sweetheart.
It's really simple. I've always wanted to be the best at something in RuneScape. Not pretty good, not top 100. I wanted to be #1, because when you hit that point, your name isn't just on a list, it's etched into the game's history. The elephant in the room, however, is the fact that Jagex isn't exactly awesome at banning bots, and so the high scores for any boss with high-value loot is straight clankers, which for people like me that actually care about this sort of thing, man, it's legit maddening. And so we needed to find a boss that gives enough payout to keep my supplies up, but not too much payout so as it attracts bots. The journey that we're about to take together, it's not about talent. It's about stubbornness. Have you ever gotten halfway through a terrible movie and you know it's bad, but you finish it anyway because you've already invested too much time? I mean, that's basically my entire approach to RuneScape. And Chaos Fanatic? He was the perfect storm. Just obscure enough that nobody really bothered, but iconic enough to me that this record meant something. So we're going to start out today at 20,000 KC for your own sakes. Trust me, you do not need to go through everything I went through in completing this. Let's go ahead and break a world record. Welcome aboard, the grind begins. Here we are taking out Chaos Fanatic for big kill number 20,000. Man, I have been at this for so long at this point. The first 10,000 kills felt like an eternity, but when I got really dead set on this grind, man, it felt like the last 10k kills just melted away. And before you judge me for no-lifing this shit, just think, I am Fanatic. That is who I've crafted my online personality around, and as such, I can feel that chaotic energy coursing through my veins. But if there's someone out there with more KC, how can I even call myself Fanatic? That's why I'm doing this. So that is kill number 20,000 in the books. I can't think of a better, more sexy looking number to start this journey. Something about those round numbers, man, makes the toes curl and the hair stand up on the back of my neck. While we're here at the POH, let's take a quick look at the logs so you all know what we're starting at. So, as you can see here, we are starting with a whopping 16 vets, or squishies as I call them, 76 odium shards, and 83 malediction shards. Man, I would bet my own ass that you've never seen a Fanatic log quite like this. Before we get back into the grind, let's talk about the uniques from Chaos Fanatic. Because as we mentioned before, we're looking for a boss with some profit so as to not be losing money during the grind, but we also can't have it be too profitable, so there's incentive for bots to grind it. It's a balance, and Chaos Fanatic strikes it well. The only 2 pricey uniques from Chaos Fanatic are the Odium and Malediction shards. These shards are used to make some lesser used items in the Malediction and Odium wards. When I started this grind, the Malediction was worth around 500k and the Odium was worth just over 1 million. I've done majority of the kills at those prices, but recently they bumped up massively in price. Odiums, at this point in the video anyway, are going for a whopping 3.3 mil, with Mals around 1.5. So that's huge, and there is a lot more profit these days, but not enough to attract bots. As for measuring profit during the grind, my loot tab is split between 2 computers, so we're just gonna add up the value of all the shards in the tab at the prices they're worth when I'm done. It might not be super accurate, but hey, it should be a big number. At today's prices, the shards in the log are worth 372 million GP, a staggering amount. Let's see how much profit we can make. On we go. So as you can see, for this grind, we're going to have this nifty plugin called Bossing Info. This plugin is perfect for something like we're doing. You can set a KC goal, see your average kill times, your kills per hour, your average time until completion. It's not going to be totally accurate after just one kill, but it should give you guys a better idea of our progress throughout the entire video. As you can all see, I set the goal to 2,222 kills. The reason for that is the current rank 1 holder and the penultimate thorn in my side is named 22222, and he has multiple boss KCs at 22222. It's a cool account, especially for somebody like me. I respect the grind. And luckily, the name leads me to believe that once we get to 20,222 kills, man, we should finally be home free. And here's the last thing before we dive headfirst into the grind. It's easy to forget when you're in the groove, but we're out here right beside the Chaos Altar, and as such, we are in constant danger of being PK'd. Now, the advantage of doing 20,000 Fanatic kills is that I've learned, decently anyway, how to evade them. This first one is a little bit of a mess, but as long as I have supplies left, I usually get away. Usually. Get wrecked, noob.
Peace.
Some escapes are definitely closer than others. Holy shit. He just got me with that TV on the last chick. Whew, that was close. Now, it didn't take too long before we received a shard and got a little ka-ching jingling around in our pockets. There is the first Mal shard at 64 KC. Each of the 2 shards are 1 in 256, which works out to being around 1 in 128 per shard. You know, rare, but with the KC we are going to see a lot of them. Even if I missed some clips during the grind, we will make sure to tally them all in the log at the end. With the close proximity to the Chaos Altar, you do get a lot of people running down here to suicide after they bury their bones. You know, I'm a pretty chill guy. I usually let them take over for a second, but this guy took the cake. A lot of great things come in bunches. Grapes, bananas, malediction shards. That's 2 of those under the rate for a single one. Nice. Well, 137 KC without a death isn't a bad run, but Jesus, we just got worked. Ugh. Man, and I still got that guy on me here, but man, he got so lucky last time that he caught me off guard because this guy's out here just bolting. He has no freezes at all. He had no business getting that kill. We have seen some maledictions, but here is the big ticket item, our first Odium shard coming in here at kill 225. Even though we green-logged a long time ago, we're technically a 1 in 1,000 pet away from green-logging in this video. And speaking of these things dropping in bunches they do. Very, very nice. So how long are these kills taking? Well, they typically last between 15 and 30 seconds depending on RNG. During the grind, I've been able to maintain around 65 to 75 kills per hour. My attention kind of comes in and out because this is second monitor content for me, believe it or not. But as you can see at this rate, we are only a measly 27 hours away from becoming number 1. But hey, you got people out here in the wilderness trying to slow me down like this. It's fair game. It's the wilderness. I get it. Odium? More like, oh, damn. Fuck you, laugh at my joke. Alright, we are so overrate for shards right now, it's insane. The CC's gonna be mad at me for spamming soon, man. This video is gonna be hella boring if I show you every single shard drop, so we're gonna move forward a little bit faster here. Let's go. Cue the montage. Holy shit, we're only at 20%. Pretty bad when 100 times speed isn't fast enough to convey these kills. Oh my god. What am I doing with my life? Okay, don't worry guys, I breathed through that mental crisis and thank god I did because we're now a quarter of the way there. Which means I should be about a quarter of the way to another mental crisis. 30%? 40%? 50%. Holy crap, we're halfway there. This is such a nice point. It's like a car ride, you know? The way there always seems a little bit longer than the way back, and by God, we are finally on the way back. You know, I wasn't joking. I'm gonna move a lot faster through this than I have, or else your ADHD ass is gonna click off the video. So here's 75%, you filthy animals. This is getting to me. Changing me. I don't know at this point where my arm ends and where my ancient staff begins. I have been fully consumed by the chaos. Every fanatic I slay feels less like a victory and more like a mirror showing me what I've become. Their screams echo in my sleep, blending with the twang of my bow, a single endless note of madness. I used to chase drops, now I chase silence. Somewhere along the line I stopped killing for profit and started killing to remember what purpose felt like. God, I hope you enjoyed that. That took my stupid ass like an hour to write. It's a good thing I skipped all of those shard drops because we've gotten like 10 of each at this juncture. But the thing that has eluded us so far has been that 1 in 1,000 Chaos Elemental pet. And there she is, squishy number 18. I love when this pops up in chat because people who are new to the clan or don't know what I'm doing usually react quite viscerally. And honestly, who the hell does this? I don't blame them. This should have been the triumphant ending. The final montage. The proof that it was all worth it. But beneath the grind, behind every shard, every KC, every moment of madness, a giant slept. And in chasing glory, we did what we swore we wouldn't. We woke it up. We had just capped off 22,000 kills. We were 95% of the way there. So imagine my surprise and disappointment when I refreshed the high score pages to see this. 22222 had broken his KC of 22222. This was the worst case scenario. Let me tell you what. Believe it or not, I've held this record before. I was rank 1 a year ago with 14,000 kills. My competition was completely dormant. It was my record. Until a player who was then named Error22222 came along. You never want to assume something about someone, but honestly, I don't think this guy works, or sleeps for that matter. He managed to come out of nowhere and take that KC all the way up to 22,222 in a matter of months. And now that he's at it again, I'll tell you what, it's not going to be an easy race. But we've come this far. Let's go ahead and outgoon this gooner. Here we are back on KC 22222 with what would have been the record-breaking kill, if this jerk didn't decide to ruin his whole account. I can't believe how this is how things went down. I feel like one of those cyclists that does like the no hands celebration at the end of the finish line and then eats fucking pavement. You might notice I changed out our goal in Monster Monitor. We went from 95% back to 80%, but honestly, just disregard it, guys. I'm gonna turn it off soon anyway, because unfortunately for us, the goalpost is very much so going to keep moving. We're gonna keep moving these shards like we're the plug. At this point, this is when I decided it's now or never. We are doing this, or we're not. I said goodbye to my family. Daddy's going on an adventure. He'll be back in a week. Don't open the office door, pumpkin. Every single day, I would refresh the high scores before I went to bed, and every second of that week, I'd be grinding. And grind we did. Today could be the day. It's early in the morning, 22K usually isn't active until a little bit later on, and right now we're sitting at 25,000 KC, a simple 241 kills until the finish line. For those who have been watching the whole time, thank you. Despite what the average kill times say, I wasn't always efficient. This has taken me hundreds, if not over 1,000 hours to complete. So if you got anything out of this video, a smile, a laugh, sheesh, even if you're repulsed, don't be afraid to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. If you like grindy content, man, that's all we do. I've been yapping this whole video, man. I don't have much to say at this point except Let's send this home. Let's go! Oh my God. It feels so incredible to get to this point. All of the time, all of the drops, all of the PKers, all the madness. The prophecy has been fulfilled and we are finally at peace. But don't let that fool you. Our journey is far from over. And I would guess that by the time I have this edited, I'll have already lost the #1 spot to 22K. But worry not. Like I said in the beginning, this is not a journey of skill. This is a journey of stubbornness. And I'm certain I'll be back to the top soon enough. Now let's talk profit. We've done a handful more KC since you've last seen, but here's what the log's looking like. At 26,015 KC, we have 20 Chaos Elemental Pets, 101 Odium Shards, and 103 Malediction Shards. So since we started the grind, we've acquired 4 pets, 28 Odium Shards, and 20 Malediction Shards. At the start of the video, our shards were worth 370 million GP. However, prices have gone down because someone has been selling a ton of them. I wonder who that is. But ultimately, at today's prices, the sum of all of the shards in the log is coming in at 310 million GP, which is hilarious. Then I guarantee the prices can be attributed to myself and 22K just completely dumping the market. But that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna continue this grind in the background, and maybe someday soon, you'll see another race to the top. Shout out to you for making it to the end. Looking for some more content? Check out my 1 Chunk Iron Man chunk quest. Plenty of grinds over there to watch.